turn it up. A little louder, turn it up.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Henry up the middle. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Willis's throw on target to Burks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
Oh, how about the first night of the draft in 2022, round 1? The Tennessee Titans stunned all of us when they traded A.J. Brown to Philadelphia. And then moments later, drafted Treylon Burks out of Arkansas, a player who drew plenty of comparisons to Brown in the run-up to the NFL draft. Size, style, play speed, almost an exact clone. And now they're trying to use him the exact same way, and he produces a nice catch there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Willis now off play action. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts are going to take possession here. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Titans, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. The Colts at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start with the option. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker, who got in and dropped into the turf.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And here's Rodgers on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. No score after one on EA Sports. First and 10, Taylor now. Elijah Bolden up to make the stop.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They go play action now. Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The Colts have liked big Mo Alley-Cox more and more over his 4 seasons with the team. Initially known just for his blocking, he's developing into a nice target as a tight end, and there he picks up a first down.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. That is caught, Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're
touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, it's Willis. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Here we go.
First and 10, Willis. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Willis wants to pass it again. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Willis keeping it himself on the option. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Malik Willis. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ryan. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ryan. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Titans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have moved out in front. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
That going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans will take over possession. At the 44.
At their own 44-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Willis looking to throw on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Robert Woods, 56 yards. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On first down, Ryan. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be...
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Ryan. Under pressure, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Play action, Willis. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to throw, Willis. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to like. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback. Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Ryan.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Willis now off of play action. That one caught downfield. It's Hooper.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They go play action with Willis.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Let's go.
Again, it's Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Isaiah Rogers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Back to the air. Ryan after the pick six. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover.